اينشتاين بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسه ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومه وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا من الدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
Hello everyone in Nowschool Academy. Welcome to this episode and video. This is Miss Nihal with you. Today we're gonna take the 14th session, Unit 15, Lost Worlds. Before anything, I want you to get and bring all your tools beside you and be ready with me. Please bring your highlighters, pens and pencils, copybooks, school book. You may need a dictionary if you want, and any device like the laptop, the mobile, or anything, tablet or anything that you can scan the QR code from it. Okay, so our agenda for today, or the objectives that are we going to achieve this session, inshallah, or let's read them together and please help me to achieve them. Promise to do this. The first objective of today is to mention the form of the past perfect simple tense. The second objective is to differentiate between the past participle of regular verbs and irregular verbs. I told you from so many sessions that the past participle form of any verb is so very important. So I hope today you are ready with me by mentioning and you got to know the past participle of both regular and irregular verbs. And I'm going to check this, okay? Number 3, or the third objective, is to express situations and use the interrogative form and the negative form of the target tense, which is the past perfect simple tense. So, before anything else, also after preparing all your tools, I just want you to pause the video, visit the link below it, or scan the QR code, go and do this pre-quiz and come to me so quickly. I'm just waiting for you here. Hey, dearest guys, where are you? Okay, welcome back. What about the past participle? Okay, I will follow the results of the quiz. Let's start the past perfect simple tense. Past perfect, it's other than the present perfect that we had taken before. So what is the past perfect? I've just mentioned it now. It's had taken in the sentence I've just said. Had plus PP. We know that the perfect tense, Miss Nihal, is has and have plus PP, which is the past participle. No, this is the present perfect. You're right, but this is the present perfect. The tense that we are going to take today is the past perfect. Had plus the PP of the verb in its simplest way of discussion. Let's see some examples when we mix this form, the had plus PP, with the subject pronouns or the main 7 friends of any grammar situation or sentence, which are I, we, he, she, and so on. So I'm going to say I had or I'd. You can contract or make the short form from had with apostrophe D. She had. All the pronouns take had, as you can see on the screen. Okay, so I had, she had, he had, they had, and the short form is gonna be apostrophe D. Suppose that we have a past participle for any verb. So another quiz and quick quiz. What's the PP quickly? Hey, wake up with me. What's the PP from see? The verb see? Yeah, please write down in the comments. Great, some of you are writing seen. Great, super students. And what's the PP from the verb arrive, for example? Yeah, great. The PP from the verb arrive is arrived. Great, super students, and so on. So just put the had is fixed with us, and the PP. What about the negative form? The had is gonna be hadn't, simply, and the PP is as it is. Don't cross it, don't omit it, don't cross any letters. Hadn't plus PP. And what about the interrogative form or the question form? You just make a cross, as some teachers may call it, and we put the question mark at the end of the question. What do I mean by this? I started the question, the very beginning or start is with the word had with capital D if it's a yes or no question, and then the subject pronoun, had he, had she, had it, or and so on, had they. then the PP of the verb, the past participle form, and then the question mark. If it's not a question, yes or no question, if it's a WH question, so just put the question word at the very beginning. For example, when had you begun to work as a teacher? Any example comes in your mind, you can use it in such way. Just try to apply the form, the base form or the rule that we have in all cases. Here are also some examples that shows the long form and the contracted form in the three forms. The statement means sentence, and the negative and the interrogative or the question form. So let's read together. The first one is it had rained, or it had with the short form apostrophe D, rained, and of course rained is the PP. The second example, so please read with me. We had boat, we'd boat, we can say it like this. And then I hadn't been, or I had not been. Then you hadn't gone, or you'd not gone. And had it rained, and so on. So these are the three forms as I told you. Let's see what is the usage or the use of this tense. When do we use the past perfect simple tense? Actually, we use it to express two consequenced actions. What do I mean by this again? Two consequenced actions means two actions after each other. One action after another. But both actions are in the past. You see? We are already talking in the past tense. We are already in the past time. Okay? So we have two actions happened in the past. One is older than the other. So the older one is in the past perfect simple tense. And the newer one, and don't forget it's in the past also, it's in the past simple tense. Okay? So again, the usage is to express two actions one before another in the past. For that, we are mixing all the way through the past simple with the past perfect simple. Okay? So let's see an example to emphasize this. We have here an example illustrated with the timeline. Here we have when he arrived at the train station, the train had left. Do you think what happened first? What happened firstly? The train's leaving, or the arrival? Yeah, of course. When he arrived, this is the newer action, the train had left. Can you see now? The older one in the PP or the past perfect, and the newer one is in the past simple. Let's have another one. I didn't have enough money because I had lost my purse or wallet. Anything. I lost my purse is newer than or older than not having any money. Can you tell me? Yeah, great. I lost my purse firstly, and then, and so on. So I don't have any money, or I didn't have, to the most precise way. Okay? So again, the older one in the past perfect. Another example. Here, one event happened before the other. A thief broke into the house. Then we arrived at the house. We realized that the thief or the house was stolen, or the thief had broken into. So the breaking or the stealing happened firstly, and then our arrival is after that. So let's do it in the form of a puzzle or order of words together to form the target tense of the past perfect simple tense. Here we can say we discovered that someone had broken into our house. Okay? Another example, more and more ones. Let's see this together. Here is Carlos had a terrible day. Do you think why? Because he woke up late, so he didn't have any time to take a shower or to have breakfast, and then he went to his work, of course, late. Okay? So we can say he didn't have breakfast or he didn't have a shower because he had woken, the PP from wake, up late. Okay? Let's see here the key words that we are going to use to mix both tenses. What are both tenses? The past simple and the past perfect simple. What are the keywords that we are going to use today? We have actually two groups of keywords. Two groups, not two keywords, okay? The first group is based on having the older action directly after them. So when you hear one of the words that I'm going to mention right now, you just put the past perfect simple, and then the next action is going to be the past simple. What are these words? After, as soon as, because. Of course, you can put them at the very beginning of the sentence or in the middle. Again, when you hear or find one of these words, just put the past perfect simple firstly, and then comes the past simple. The next group that we have starts with the B. The B is the major letter here. We have here by the time, before, and when. When you find one of these words, just put the newer action directly after them. So the past simple is going to be directly after them. Then the past perfect simple tense. Here are the key words and the explanation of them. So it's correct to say when you have two actions, and actually the question of the rewrite, if you have this in your exams, comes in such way. They mentioned two actions, consequenced actions, and they ask you between brackets to use one of the keywords. So if we have such example and they asked us to use after, let's read it together and see what we are going to have. After he had finished the interview or the meeting, as in the picture, he made a telephone call. Or before he made the telephone call, he had finished the meeting or the interview. Okay? So it just depends on the order or the consequence of the incidents or the events and the target form or the right form after what. Okay? So let's practice together. Here are some examples with the model answers. I just get them for you with the model answers for not wasting your time. So I will let you to read them silently, think over the answers, and check out your work through the video. And of course, one great advantage of Nowschool Academy that you can replay the video whenever you want and wherever you want. So let's move on to the other point, which is rephrasing and what I just told you. The rewrite question or rephrasing. You are going to have two incidents and you're just going to put the keyword and rephrase the sentence together. I'm going to read the example only with you and let you also do the other. Let's read together. As you can see in the example, I took an aspirin, then I felt better. If you notice, there is the word then, and then is not from the keywords. It's just an indication to get you know what happened before the other, okay? So we can say, after I had taken the aspirin, I felt better. Omit then. Of course, the meaning here is right because taking the aspirin comes first or came first, and then the feeling of being better, okay? Here are another examples or exercises to do, and this is our time for the final quiz. Please make sure before going to answer the quiz that you already got all the points and understood them very, very well. If you miss something or you feel yourself missing a certain part or don't understand a certain part, so replay the video, try to check it again, the weaknesses point, and be ready for the quiz. Then go to the quiz and I'm waiting for you here. Please hurry up and come quickly to me. Hey guys, where are you? What about the quiz? Was it easy? I know that it's very easy for you because you're super excellent students. Okay, thank you, Mr. Amr Diab. Welcome back. Of course, you answered. Of course, you've answered. Okay. Then finally, we have the mind map or the summary of the whole session. So let's revise what we have taken today. First of all, we talked about the past perfect simple tense form, the statement form, the negative form, and the interrogative form. So let's revise it so quickly. Had plus PP, hadn't plus PP, and the question starts with had and the question mark at the end. So that was regarding the form, and then about the usage. We use it to explain or express two consequenced actions in the past. And the key words, as you just answered and heard them from me, we have two groups. The first group comes with the older action after, as soon as, and because, and the second one is before, by the time, by, only, and another time after it, and when. Here comes the moral value or the ethical value of our video today. And today I'm going to talk about cleanliness, because I think to be clean and keep yourself clean, I'm talking about the cleanliness of everything, your stuff, your supplies, the personal cleanliness, anything that's related to cleanliness and tidiness. Your room must be clean and tidy. Your copybook must be neat and tidy. Everything, the cleanliness all over its aspects and forms, okay? Because our religion, our moral values and ethics urges us to do this, or to keep ourselves clean. Regarding the homework, I think it's the saddest part of the video. Please check the attached files to know what's going to be your homework for today and promise me to do it. Here comes the next session keywords. So for the next time, inshallah, I want you just to be prepared by looking up these words on the internet or in a dictionary, in your school book, from any other source if you want, as you like, but just focus on the pronunciation with me now. I'm not going to say any details about them. We will just discuss them in the next session. The first word with us is lucky. Lucky, just repeat after me. Lucky, performance, performance, nomination, nomination, go wrong, go wrong, superstitions. What's this word? Search it. Okay, search for it. And evil spirits, the last word is on time. Please be ready for the next session and promise me also to do this. Here comes the end of this video and episode. I enjoyed my time so much with you. Hope you enjoyed as well. Till we meet again in the next video. Goodbye and thanks for watching and listening. Bye.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.